Hi, this is Meg Lightheart from megalightheart.com. I've got another awareness based practice that I'd like to offer you. And this one is particularly for me around when I'm doing something that I've done a lot before, is maybe a bit repetitive, and I kind of forget that I'm in the middle of a moment in my one precious life. And the practice, I kind of gave it a name, even though it's so straightforward. I'm not sure that it really deserves a name, but it helps us to refer to it. It's called First Time, Last Time. And where you start with is thinking about something that feels repetitive and maybe is sucking a bit of joy out of your life, but maybe also might be something that you've just become extremely accustomed to. And you think, what if this were the first time I'd ever done this? What would I notice if this were the first time I'd ever done this? What would um, what would I be feeling? What would I be thinking? And for me, as someone who loves beginning and starting things, kind of to my detriment, not a natural completer finisher, is I get all kind of excited about thinking that I'm creating and starting a new initiative. You also maybe notice things, allow yourself to try things in a different way, and sometimes you might notice as well, if this were literally the first time, like what would be the physical sensations that you're noticing as you're doing it, and it can give you like this, just for a moment, this fresh perspective. The second part is to go, okay, what if this were the last time I was doing this? And the last time for me gives me a kind of affection, a kind of fond nostalgia for this thing that I'm doing, and it allows me to notice it as if I was saying goodbye to it. And what would I know if this were the very last time I was going to do this? The challenging thing is to go, can you hold both of those bits of awareness at the same time? Can you allow this to be both the first time and the last time that you're doing this? Can this be the only time? What would it be like if this were the only time you were doing this? And it can bring this kind of preciousness back into the moment. And when I thought about this, I realized it's also kind of literally true and also spiritually true that this isn't the first time that you're doing this in this way on this day. This is the last time you're going to do this in this way on this day. And by remembering that we've got this one moment in front of us, it can bring all sorts of realizations. Like, so I go running and maybe I've gotten into a habit of just listening to my audio, and that's how I run regularly, is by distracting myself from the fact that I'm running. Whereas if it was like, what if this were the first time that I'd gone for a run, what would I notice? I'd probably notice the physical sensations of my feet and what happens. There's a hill at the beginning of my running route as I go around the road, and maybe I'd notice that I slow down a bit. Maybe I'd notice the things around me a bit more. If this were the last time I was ever going to go running, I feel like I'd want to savor what I was seeing, because it was going to be the last time I'd do this loop. And if this were the only time, like I was only given one time, then how would this whole experience become precious? And the whole pressure of the world is for us to be asleep and be forgetting about the magic of the ridiculousness of taking an action on this tiny green marble in the middle of space, and we get into the mind lets us get into a routine of forgetting the wonder of life, and also that we're society creates that pressure, social media creates that pressure. And so I offer it to you as a suggestion, because you this is the first time that you're doing it. It's also the last time you're doing it, and one day it will be the last time that you're doing it, and you might not have known it was going to be the last time, and so it's going to be the last time because you're going to stop doing it, or the last time because you will have stopped doing anything. And so there's something around respecting what you're doing, and allowing yourself to bring some freshness back. So I offered that to you as a practice. First time, last time. What if it was the first and last time you were doing this? If you're looking for a coach, then pop over to megalightheart.com and see whether we're a match. If you have steady income and you'd like to support me producing some more of this type of material, then go to patreon.com/megalightheart. I'm Meg A Lightheart, Mega Lightheart everywhere. If you're on YouTube, then subscribe, or wherever you're watching this, then make sure you like and maybe leave a comment and share it with some people you know, because that helps other people discover the content that I'm producing. So thanks for your time. I am Meg Lightheart from megalightheart.com, and I'll see you in the next one.